What's up, everybody? Welcome to TTR, the only place for your wrestling news and opinions. Wagwan. I'm gonna take Meechy. I feel like Meechy Black. Wagwan, me brethren. What is up, me brethren? Welcome to TTR. Listen. We got a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna do this real quick. You already know it's your boy JD. Right next to me, I got Dirty Dan. Right next to Dirty Dan, we got RJ. Main event RJ with the
main event RJ.
I mean, I got listen. I'm about to say the glasses caught me, bro. Those are the meme glasses. Love it.
Yeah.
Sick.
I like.
Bro's lit out here.
And last but not least, we got me brethren from another mother. I don't know how you say that and you're Jamaican, but yeah, I mean, Meechy Black. Wagwan. Right, so we got something quick we want to talk about. Well, hopefully this is quick. You know, I think we're going to make this a fast one, so this might be a TTR short. We want to talk about Money in the Bank. We got a lot to talk about, kind of, but we're going to condense it and make it fast. You can tell by how I'm talking. We're going to go through this really fast, all right? So I just needed to get some stuff off my chest, so I called an emergency meeting between us as fellow TTRs. All right, and I was like, listen, Money in the Bank was amazing and terrible altogether. It's hard to pinpoint exactly how I feel, right? So initially, let's just talk about our feelings, right? And I'll stir the pot a little bit. For me, obviously the highlight of the night, which I think all of us agree here, or at least on the panel, was the women's Money in the Bank. And I think without that, if you were just to take that out, I think it would be a shitty pay-per-view. Decent at most, because the men did do a good job as well. The Money in the Bank men was a really good starter match, and I liked it. Like it really got the energy going. You know, again, it opened up the night. So it was just a really good starter match to really get it out there. I didn't like the ending of it, but I liked the action. It got the crowd into it early. I like kind of what they did. Then we kind of leaned it into some more, but without the females, like, man. So shout out to the females. I want to applaud y'all really quick. Applaud. Applaud the females. Y'all absolutely killed it. A couple blunders. I don't really want to pinpoint. I think all of us seen, but blunders throughout the night kind of plagued MIT, you know, this time. I don't want to ask you guys' opinions because I think I kind of summed it up, but we'll kind of go into some of the things that we talked about privately, and I'll bring them up. So let's start off with I actually want to start off with Meechy Black, because I think you had a deep disdain, and RJ too. You two probably the most had a real deep disdain for what happened. So Meechy Black, we'll start off with you, man.
Oh, man.
First off,
with
the men's Money in the Bank. With the men's Money in the Bank.
Bro.
Drew got fucked over twice. So my first question to you is,
bro,
my first question, and you were saying just don't be too greedy. And he ran.
Don't let you. I literally tweeted it and said, "Don't let your ego cost you, bro." And you let your ego cost you. Like, I'm gonna just say this. I don't even want to take too much time because I know we're gonna make this a short.
Go ahead.
Drew should never have won. There's no reason for him to win, because if we're gonna have him just lose to CM Punk, bro, just put it in a triple threat match where he wins, becomes number one contender. Him, Seth, and Damian fight, whatever. CM Punk comes, messes up. I'm cool with that, because again, it goes with the story. But why waste the Money in the Bank and not give it to Melo, LA? I even take fucking Andrade. Even Master Gable, we gotta work on the name, but I even took Master Gable.
Yes,
we gave it to Drew.
Okay, so pause really quick. Not to interfere. I know you have a deep disdain, but does that ruin Money in the Bank now? Let me ask you that question. How do you feel moving forward? Because if this is what we can do with it, do you feel like there's anything moving forward? Like, is Money in the Bank worth any value after doing what they had for the last 2 years with this and doing the story?
It is if done right. However, I feel we don't need to make it a pay-per-view anymore. Like that killed everything. We need to put it back to where it was at Mania as a match. I'll deal with that.
That's not a bad idea.
Put it back to Mania.
I don't think that's a terrible idea.
And then if we're having men's and women's, night one could be men or women, night two could be men or women, whoever.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what, like, scratch the whole pay-per-view.
Let me get RJ in here really quick. RJ, so how you feeling? Do you feel like this ruined Money in the Bank as a whole? How was your feelings overall? Like, talk to us. Did Drew deserve to get fucked over twice? Is this the way it should have went? How are you feeling right now?
There's been a funk on WWE pay-per-views, honest to God, since WrestleMania 40. I haven't really enjoyed them, to be honest. There's been a lot of fun in between. The builds for matches are fun, but the actual pay-per-views themselves haven't felt fun to watch. I almost feel like I'm wasting time with these, but I think Money in the Bank is different. I think what they wanted, or the only reason why they did it this way, because you said there's no reason. The one reason, they want to tell stories with the world title on Cody and those three, but they don't want to have to think about Money in the Bank. So they chalked it off this year so they can get through their code, because it's probably going to be Cody Rock or Cody Roman 3 or whatever.
Yep.
They want to make sure that story goes in. None of those SmackDown guys are winning. They clearly want to do CM Punk, Seth, Drew, whatever in that trio. They want to do that. They don't want to deal with it. Give it to Drew. Let him waste it. That's all they wanted. Because now they have the chance to write for the women's Money in the Bank. And they don't have to think about the men's. They can just do what they want to do with the men's title and go, let's figure out the women's one. Which, good, I guess, because the women's case is pretty much useless. It either goes to the very limit or they cash it in the same day. Never really any too good in between. So, I guess I haven't been enjoying the pay-per-views. So, like, I already wasn't going to enjoy this. So, like, I'm glad that story got furthered, but also just like, okay, I guess I'm just waiting for SummerSlam to see where everything goes.
That seems to be the big deal.
I guess there's just nothing about this pay-per-view stood out, but nothing in the pay-per-view was also just like enjoyable enough to remember. So it's like
right. I respect that.
I didn't hate it. I have no real.
It was a mid. It was about midi. Right. Okay. All right. I respect that. Dirty Dan, I'll pass this off to you now, and I ask you a slightly different question here. Still sticking on the pay-per-view. So we saw that Drew got fined and suspended, right? So he's gone ballistic. So my question to you is, especially as somebody who seems to be of a CM Punk fan a lot, do you feel like Drew did this to himself? Do you feel like CM Punk is going to keep one-upping him? Where does this continue to grow into for Drew? And do you feel like all this suspension was worth it? Like, do you feel like his anger was worth it? Or do you feel like, the suspension was right? Like, how do you feel about Drew right now and CM Punk going forward and Drew in the suspension?
Let's see. Did he bring it on himself? Yes. I said this from the jump. RJ, with your face with the victim blaming, I don't give a shit.
He didn't do anything wrong.
The victim was the villain, and now all of a sudden he's like, "Why me?" If he would have just mind his damn business as usual.
So
he
did.
Storyline wise,
he broke him, and he's still in run. He did. He was minding his business. He's focused on Money in the Bank.
Sound like the rest of the internet. Shush.
CM Punk sounds obsessed because he was supposed to be at home resting. Why is he in
Who was
Canada
the original
costing this?
I
don't know. I'm just saying. It seems like CM Punk needs to push back. No.
Narrative. I forgot what the original guy was. Anyway,
who was the original guy? Because it seems like
Drew
no matter
was the
what,
original
Punk keeps
obsessed
coming
one.
back.
Yeah.
Drew was all over Twitter, man. I can't lie, man. Drew was all over
Getting
Twitter.
hurt over Twitter.
You know what this is? I'm going to give this a perfect example. No.
All right, go ahead.
This fits real life right here. See what happens when you're a fucking troll on the internet and you read a real you meet a real one? And you meet a real one who's gonna smack the shit out of you?
Well, CM Punk been doing too much of that,
No, but listen.
Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
Storyline-wise, it makes sense. Drew snapped out. CM Punk, look, whatever they're planning to do,
right
now you're adding Seth.
Yes. I was going to touch on that. Yes. Okay.
Obviously, you want to make this a triple thing, which
I was going to. Okay.
It seemed like that was going to be the plan for the jump anyway, because when CM Punk first returned, they did the whole fake Seth Rollins was all angry, and so was Drew, and blah blah blah. So whatever they're leading to is that the whole. I just need to say something.
Go ahead.
The whole Money in the Bank thing.
Yeah,
it made sense story wise.
Yes.
Because in a sense, okay, look, it's stupid, but in a sense, I knew where they were going.
Right.
They're trying to say, oh, look, now CM Punk did something so drastic again. It screws it. They didn't have to do all that. But like RJ, I agree with RJ. There is nobody else they wanted to give a title shot to.
I agree.
So at this point, you gave it to Drew. You did something stupid, and it was so mediocre. So I mean, it got people talking, but I seen it coming. I said it from the jump.
I did too.
Was gonna screw him. It just
we talked about it. We talked about it last on our predictions. You know, on our prediction video. By the way, we'll put it up in here. In our prediction video, Dan, you gotta put a card. For our prediction video that we did a few days ago, we actually mentioned CM Punk and possibly, or probably, not even possibly, probably interrupting this match, and that is exactly what happened. He did interrupt the match. So outside of the Drew stuff and the CM Punk stuff, which was the big, you know, I guess, deal out of this whole entire thing, and we got kind of our ideas about Money in the Bank. How about the main event? What did this do for you? And I'll let anybody kind of take off. I'll let you take off since I let those two take off the last time. We'll let you take off this one. How did you feel about the main event? For me, I'll get my initial thoughts on it. I thought it was pretty good. It missed something. The tag team triple threat thing just doesn't work for me anymore. It's just a lot of people standing on the outside and a lot of
six-man tag, tag team triple threat's a different thing.
Sorry, but okay, the six-man tag. You know, that is just like the pace of it, man. It's just something about it that I'm not a fan of anymore. Watching the talent, I guess, behind work. I did like to see Jacob do a lot of his crazy moves, man. He is super talented. He's everything that we wanted and everything that we said that he was going to be. Solo, again, just doesn't do it for me. He just doesn't, man. And like the wrestling, yeah, bro. And again, we talked about it last week or a couple days ago. That's kind of what he's there to do, but it's just not working for me, man. So the whole thumb and the whole finisher, it finished very lackadaisical. It didn't finish in extremely good fashion. I just felt like it was a mid-match. It had some high points, had some low points, but to end the night the way that did, do you feel like it put a stain on Money in the Bank going forward or anything? Dirty Dan, talk to me.
No, it's not a stain. It's just it was just a bad pay-per-view.
Okay,
it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's not always every.
We'll end the Money in the Bank talk now. Go ahead. Yeah.
The problem was chemistry.
That's
you have three guys that have no chemistry yet.
That's true.
Because Jacob Fatu, there was certain times where you saw Cody had to wait, and he waited for Jacob, so it made it look like it was just you're stupid for standing there waiting
almost.
for him.
Yeah.
Because look at the ending. The ending where Jacob goes on the top rope, does a little, you know. Cody had to stand there and wait because Jacob had to, you know. It wasn't
Speaking of that moment, and at the end, Meech, go ahead.
Yes.
Can we talk about the low blow? Dirty Dan, did you see that as well? RJ, did we see the miss low blow?
Bro, how do you blow a low blow? How do you blow? You slide in the ring. No one's attacking you. No one's going to touch you. All you got to do is slide it. Bro misses and hit him in the asshole, it looks like to me. And they had to redo it again. Just to make sure he got him properly. Like, come on, bro.
He fist in his butt. Say, oh shit, I missed. Like, what? What?
What is wrong with you? And this is why this is why he's not a wrestler. This is why he's just not wrestling the WWE right now. Like, ugh.
And then, okay, since we're talking about it, we'll end the MIT on the blunders. Then we have, her name is Zoe, right? I don't want to mess it up. Zoe right?
Stark.
Zoe Stark,
yeah.
She did her move, and like she literally banged her head against the ladder, man. That was woof. And you see her get pissed.
She killed herself.
Yo, she got pissed. Yeah. Like she hit the like it was bad.
How do you not move the ladder? Like she didn't fix it to like give herself some like leeway or nothing. She said,
I will say this because I feel like she gets a lot of hate. I feel like she's not a fan favorite, so I feel like I don't want to. She put on an extremely good performance as well, though. She matched everybody, even the bird John you hate.
Even the bird John, I can't stand there.
Was out there,
but she
working,
did her thing.
Was out there doing her thing. All of them, I'm telling you, for me, saved the match. It wasn't perfect by any means, or saved the night. It wasn't perfect by any means, but man, if I could sit there and watch that match again, I could watch that match again. I think they did a really good job. Io Sky was flying all over the place. I became more of a fan of her, watching her be able to wrestle and do her moves and her somersaults. I was like, man, I see what RJ is getting at now. Like, this is why I texted the group chat.
Tough.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, she's amazing. So, again, overall, we'll end it right here about the 15-minute mark here soon. But I want to give a rating. Overall, out of 5, I'll give it a solid 3, and that's just me being moderate. Go ahead, Meech Black. We're going order. Dirty Dan, go ahead, Dirty Dan. How you feeling?
Out
of 5.
2.5.
That's kind of where I was leaning to, but I didn't want to do halves.
And only because of the women's match and John Cena. That's about it.
That's why I did 2. See, I was doing 2.5, but I rounded it up to 3 because I don't want to do halves. But if you could, if you really want, I would say 3 just because of John Cena. That was magical. I forgot to kind of touch on that. And then, you know, I do like the whole Drew coming out. I like that. I was hype. That's my thing. The result upsetted me, but I was hype, and those moments still got me hype. Seeing Drew run out, I was like, "Yo, he's gonna do it. He's gonna win it." I thought they might have just snuck it up, and it didn't happen.
As soon as I heard the crowd cheer, I was like, "CM Punk's there."
That's facts.
Ridiculous.
RJ, before I get the beaten path, go ahead. Give me your overall score out of 5. Go ahead and talk to me.
I'll keep it at 2. I wanted to bump it because of the Cena thing. Because I actually kind of forgot about that.
Me too.
But I mean, I still like if you take the Cena, like in 10 years, the Cena part means nothing. He'd already been retired for 9 of them, right? So like whatever. But like as a pay-per-view, I think I just keep it at a 2. I think the only real reason to watch this is to watch the women's match again. But I don't really feel like rewatching that one. I got some other stuff to watch.
Yeah, respect it. I mean, respect it. Honestly, go ahead, Meechy Black. Give me yours.
No, it's definitely a 2. Absolutely a 2.
Yeah,
the women's Money in the Bank definitely saved the match. You saved the night. My fault.
Very good.
And there's nothing else that was really like memorable to me. I'm really trying to think now.
Yeah, me too.
And like, there's nothing that I can say like that. It's like, oh damn, how can we forget about that? I lied. Hold on, let me stop, Captain. Seth and Damian Priest did their thing. Besides the botch, they were hooping last night.
Yeah, that was another botch. The 3-time. Yeah, 3-time. Yeah. That was also another good match. I agree. Well, this wraps up our Money in the Bank. We're trying to keep it super short because this is a TTR short. If you made it through this video, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You already know our Glitch Energy sponsor. If you've been here, you already know about that. Please head over to Glitch. We have X-Rocker, we have Sword Dog, we have High Tide Papers, all of that. If you're interested in any of those things, they're downstairs. They're downstairs. You know what I'm saying? They're downstairs in the description. You can see all of our partners. So go ahead and head downstairs and scroll down and you will see our partners. Till next time, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace out, TTR fam.
Yes, sir.